Welcome to the SNB Experts Learning Platform. This professional training course is delivered on behalf of the organization. Today, we conclude our series with Module 10, Investment Research, Ethics, and Regulation, the final capstone module of our investment analysis course. In this final module, we prepare you for professional practice by integrating technical research skills with the essential ethical and regulatory frameworks that govern our industry. We will explore the three pillars of professional practice: the formal investment research process, the complex world of ethics, including insider trading and conflicts of interest, and the global regulatory frameworks that ensure market integrity and investor protection. A professional analyst is defined by their process. We begin with Pillar 1, the research process. This is a 7-stage journey that takes an initial idea from universe definition to a final written recommendation. The 7 stages include universe definition, idea generation, preliminary screening, deep due diligence, valuation, developing an investment thesis, and finally, publishing the recommendation and report. Each stage is vital for a robust conclusion. Finding opportunities before the crowd requires a proprietary process. Use quantitative screens, track director buying, and perform supply chain checks to reveal early intelligence before it appears in public earnings releases. Thorough due diligence requires rigorous analysis across 5 interconnected dimensions. Weakness in any one of these areas, such as business quality or financial resilience, can undermine your entire investment thesis. These 5 dimensions are business quality, financial analysis, management quality, valuation, and risk assessment. You must determine the intrinsic value and identify the key risks that could invalidate your thesis. The final output is a professional research report. It must be structured with an executive summary, a compelling investment thesis, detailed financial analysis, and specific catalysts that will cause the market to recognize the mispricing. The investment thesis is the core of your report. It must answer why this investment is attractive now. A good thesis is always specific, testable, and time-bounded to resolve within your expected horizon. In this illustrative example, we see how specific points about valuation discounts, management execution, and regulatory catalysts create a robust case for a buy recommendation while clearly acknowledging the binary risks involved. Technical skills without ethical practice destroy careers and markets. Trust is our primary product. Most industry failures, from Madoff to the 2008 crisis, were failures of ethics and judgment, not technical skill. We move now to Pillar 2, ethics. Perhaps the most critical ethical boundary is the prohibition of insider trading. This involves trading while in possession of material non-public information, or MNPI. To be illegal, information must be both material, meaning a reasonable investor would consider it important, and non-public. This includes unreleased earnings, pending mergers, or tips from colleagues that haven't been disclosed to the general public. Contrast this with the mosaic theory. Analysts can legitimately combine multiple pieces of public information to reach a non-public conclusion. The insight may be non-public, but as long as the inputs are public, the research remains legitimate. Remember, you don't have to be the original insider to be liable. Anyone who receives MNPI and trades on it, a tippy, is equally liable. All parties in the chain can face severe civil and criminal penalties. Real-world cases like SAC Capital and Galleon Group illustrate the severe consequences of insider trading, including billion-dollar fines and lengthy prison sentences. This underscores why maintaining strict information barriers is so important. Conflicts of interest are ubiquitous in our industry. Your obligation is to identify, disclose, and manage them. This includes managing the tension between research and investment banking, front-running, and the use of soft dollars. The fiduciary standard is the highest standard of care in financial services. It requires acting solely in the client's best interest. This is a significantly higher bar than the suitability standard used by many brokers. A fiduciary must put the client's interests above their own and fully disclose all conflicts. Under the suitability standard, own interests can be considered, making the distinction critical for retail investors seeking unbiased advice. The CFA Institute Code of Ethics is the global gold standard for professional conduct. All charter holders are bound by its 6 core principles, including integrity, client primacy, and the exercise of independent judgment. These principles are applied through 7 detailed standards of professional conduct. These cover professionalism, capital market integrity, and duties to both clients and employers. They provide the practical guidance needed to navigate complex ethical dilemmas daily. Finally, we reach Pillar 3, the regulatory framework. These are the laws and bodies that ensure fair and efficient markets. They provide the rules of the game that we all must follow to maintain public trust. From the SEC in the United States to the CMA here in Kenya and the EAC, regional regulators work alongside global standard setters like IOSCO to harmonize rules across international capital markets. IOSCO's 3 core objectives are investor protection, ensuring fair and efficient markets, and the reduction of systemic risk. These principles are the foundation of almost all major securities regulations globally. Disclosure is the cornerstone of investor protection. Informed investors can only protect themselves if they receive accurate, complete, and timely information through required annual and quarterly filings. Regulations such as MR and Dodd-Frank prohibit market abuse behaviors like market manipulation, spoofing, and wash trading. Timely disclosure of material events and insider transactions ensures that no participant has an unfair advantage over others. Maintaining competence through qualifications like the CFA or FRM is a career-long commitment. As we summarize, remember the 7 research stages, the MNPI definition, and the 3-step rule for managing conflicts. Professionalism is a daily practice. You are now equipped to navigate the ethical and regulatory framework of professional investment management and conduct high-quality research from idea generation to recommendation. Congratulations on completing the course. Thank you for following this course. Please subscribe to the SNB Experts YouTube channel for more professional training modules. We look forward to seeing your progress. Goodbye and see you next time.